Well, Singles Day, that record comes as major U.S. retailers gear up for the most wonderful and important time of the year. Yes, 43 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 19 seconds till Christmas. And we have fresh data showing the U.S. consumer could put a big chill on the holiday cheer. A new Invest in You survey by CNBC and Acorns finds that more than a third of Americans plan to spend less this holiday season than they did last year. So which retailers could feel the most pain if there is a holiday spending pullback? Chairwoman, what do you think?
I'm guessing the department stores, right, would just be a continuation of the trend that we've seen. I think that whatever Americans think they're going to spend during Christmas, they get it wrong every time.
So they end up spending more or less?
They always end up spending more, although they, in past surveys, I think they've said they'll spend more, but they're undershooting how much more. So, I mean, things really set up really nicely for the consumer. They are employed. The wages are going up, interest rates are down, the stock market is up, gas prices are low. I mean, it doesn't really get that much better for the consumer. So I think we'll see pretty good retail numbers from retailers who are doing it right. I mean, Macy's, I was just looking at it today, a 9.4% yield. Wow, that's kind of incredible. If you believe that's going to stay in place at under 6 times earnings, or, I mean, then it's probably a buy. I don't own it, but that's interesting to me. I did go to the new Nordstrom's in New York. Super busy. I don't know if that's
buying anything.
I think so. There was a lot. I mean, it was the shoe department was really crowded, and I had to get some stuff for my husband. We discussed it was a crisis.
Fashion crisis.
A fashion crisis. It's a long-standing thing.
You guys are talking about the ones that we know have problems. You know, I think Amazon's really interesting here. Amazon's massively underperformed the MAGA complex. We know what that is, Mel, right? It's the Microsoft, the Apple, and the Google, which all made new highs. Amazon's 13% from its 52-week highs. It never made a new high from 18. And when you look at that chart right there, that's the 5-year chart. Look at that uptrend. That really feels to me that it really wants to test that uptrend as opposed to those prior highs, which are about equidistant, about $275 in between. This thing can't get going. And it's back to the comment about Alibaba. Why has Amazon stalled out here? One-day shipping, the costs associated with it, and the logistics. And I just think this has become increasingly difficult as consumers expect to have the stuff yesterday and told to them what they want when they don't even know that they want it.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon stalled a bit because Bezos said he's not going to earn money he's going to be spending right now, right? So what's the reason? Why do you have to be in the stock? You know, I do think Macy's, though, is kind of an interesting trade. I know we talked about it last week, but it sets up for a potential surprise. 27% short interest on this stock with a 9% dividend yield. It wouldn't take much good news to spark a nice short covering rally in it.
You know, we're on the holiday time. We're in the holiday season now.
We're in the holiday season right now.
I mean, it's my favorite time of year.
Ho,
and
ho,
sometimes,
ho,
and you got to go to like the butcher at this time of year. Now, bear with me a second. I'm going to tie this all together.
I hope so.
All right, don't do the finger roll, like get on with it.
We have a limited amount of time.
But when you go when it's busy, you got to take a number. You got to take a number. And it's number 65. I'm 82, and you got to wait.
I get how
Why do I bring that up?
works.
Because at Nordstrom's, as Karen said, the women's shooter, people were taking numbers. That's how busy they were. What's my point? I've been saying this for a while. They report on November 21st, big short interest. That stock's up 2% today on, again, a benign day. I think that stock continues to rally in earnings. Doesn't mean they're going to knock the cover off the ball. It means I think people are scared to be short a name like that. I think that name continues to go
I have a much
higher.
bigger question.
Bigger than the butcher?
How do you know that in the women's shoe department, people were taking numbers?
I just know, because you know what? I do the Peter Lynch thing. I go walking. What do you think I do to study for the show? I read, I walk around, I do all these things.
That's all. It's a question.